Hi, I'm Andy Anderson, and I'm doing the video on LG61, The Blue Cathedral by Jennifer Higdon. So first, overall, it's a longer composition split into three sections, A, B, and C. The instrument used are flute, oboe, clarinet, bassoon, French horn, trumpet, trombone, tuba, harp, piano, and strings. And it's a very emotional piece of music. It was composed to pay tribute to Jennifer Higdon's brother, who died of cancer. So first on harmony, there's both major and minor harmony in the piece. The easiest way that I found to listen for that was to listen to the strings. You get a really good feel of if it's minor or major doing it that way. It's mainly minor in the beginning and it gets more major to the end, especially in section C. For consonants and dissonance, it is mainly full of consonants. I didn't find any dissonance. I always felt that at the end the music felt resolved, which means that it is consonants. So for rhythm, the tempo changes a little bit in this piece. Section A and B, the first two sections are kind of slower paced, and the tempo doesn't drastically change throughout those sections at all. But in section C, the tempo does get a lot faster, but then does slow down back to what I call a walking pace at the end. Um, Next, for the meter, it's a simple duple meter throughout the piece. I didn't find a spot where the meter changed at all. And the final element I'm talking about is texture. So overall, this is full of polyphony, texture with some homophonic moments. Overall, each instrument is playing its own separate melody, but sometimes, like the strings and the flute, play a similar melody just in different intervals, which does make it homophonic. But overall, it is polyphonic. So for the music period and genre, it was composed in 1999, so that would make it modernist slash 20th century, and there isn't really an easy way for this period of music to be deciphered, I guess is the best way to put that. So because of this, you just have to listen for different elements that are in the music that would be pulled, such as there could be Baroque elements or classical elements in this piece. But besides that, it is difficult for like a classical composed piece that was composed in today's time to find out the genre. So like compared to today, how is this compared to like music like Kanye or Taylor Swift? For the first comparison I found was multiple instruments had solos in this piece, and I compared that to in a lot of songs. I listen to a lot of hip hop and rap. A lot of different artists have different verses in the songs, and I compared that to the solos that were happening in that music in the Blue Cathedral. And the second thing was the emotion in the music. Almost all music comes from some emotion. This music was written because the composer's brother had recently died of cancer, and you can hear that. I think in the piece, it is kind of a sad piece that throughout. And like for instance, artists like Taylor Swift write about emotional things that happen in her life, like her breaking up with her boyfriend or something like that. So that was an easy thing that I found to compare to today. And that is the end. So I hope this helped you for listening guide 61.